How do I convert a Linux disk image into a sparse file? I have a bunch of disk images, made with Dresque, on an extension partition, and I want to reduce their size without losing data, while still being mountable. How can I fill the empty space in the image's file system with zeros, and then convert the file into a sparse file so this empty space is not actually stored on disk? For example, this actually only has 50 GB of real data on it, though, so the second measurement should be much smaller. This supposedly will fill empty space with zeros. But if sparse files are handled transparently, it might actually create a sparse file without writing anything to the virtual disk, ironically preventing me from turning the virtual disk image into a sparse file itself. Smiley face? Does it? Note, for some reason, sudo dd if skeptical smiley def 0 of equals .0 file works when cat does not on a mounted disk image.
Do you mean that your Dresque created image is, say, 50 GB and in reality something much less would suffice? If that's the case, couldn't you just first create a new image with DD? And then create a file system in it? Then just mount the image, and copy everything from the old image to new one? Would that work for you?
First of all, sparse files are only handled transparently if you seek, not if you write zeros. To make it more clear, the example from Wikipedia does not write any zeros. It will open the output file, seek, jump over 5 MB, and then write 0 zeros, i.e. nothing at all. This command, not from Wikipedia, will write 5 MB of zeros, and will not create a sparse file. As a consequence, a file that is already non-sparse will not magically become sparse later. Second, to make a file with lots of zeros sparse, you have to CP it. Or you can use tars or rsync's sparse option as well.
Partimage can create disk images that only store the used blocks of a file system, thus drastically reducing the required space by ignoring an unused block. I don't think you can directly mount the resulting images, but going should produce what you want. Might even be possible to stick the last step. Haven't tried.
Perhaps the easiest way to sparsify a file in place would be to use follocate utility as follows. Follocate 1 is provided by util Linux package on Debian.